7 with 7 minutes left, but you didn't hit a field goal to end the game. Just, was it the defense, or were you just not getting shots to fall?
I think it was a little bit of both. We weren't making shots, and they were playing good defense. They're a good team, we knew that, and I think we just struggled.
How much did just not being able, them being able to get stops and, you guys not being able to get that transition offense going, do you think that affected you guys at all? You couldn't get that key stop to kind of run more?
I mean, it's hard when you're not getting stops and you're not scoring to win games, especially against good teams. I think we weren't getting stops on defense the whole game. We did well third quarter, I think, in spurts, but you have to put a full game together in order to be a top team.
Take a question from Steve.
Just for both of you, now you're through this 4-game stretch against ranked teams. What's the biggest thing y'all kind of learned about where you are, how far you need to go?
I think as younger players, we just got a really good look at what the SEC tournament is going to look like, and just moving forward, just playing amazing teams and what we need to do to win games. So we just got to continue to keep getting better in practice, and no one is going to take us lightly. The games that we have coming up next aren't going to be easy, so we have to continue to get better.
Jamie, a lot was made of their defense back here. How much of that was disrupting what you guys were trying to do, and really for both of you, and then turnovers continue to be somewhat of a little bit of a problem for you guys?
I mean, we knew they were going to play pressure defense and eye the ball. We knew they were going to press the whole game. I think kind of made us go out of our offense and kind of had to, we played a little bit more one-on-one, and it was kind of our game. We didn't push as much because we weren't really getting stops on defense, which is also a big part of our game, just transition points. So, and they're a good defensive team. We knew that coming in. We watched tape, and we've seen them play.
Take a question from Dan and then David.
For either one of the players, could you just talk about how disappointing it was that they seemed to win the toughness elements of this game? They out-rebounded you, and their defense was really strong. Could you just talk a little bit about that?
We just didn't play hard as a team for 40 minutes, period. And that can't happen.
Avina, what's the trick with continuing to get Mercedes the ball when she starts hot? And does the team's outside shooting have any effect on the ability to get her good looks?
She's obviously a big key for us, so we have to get her going early. That's my job, making sure we do that. But we just didn't do what we needed to do offensively this game. So she's obviously a big factor, but at the same time, we have to do whatever our play is or anything like that. So we just have to get into our offense, and she's a big part of our offense.
Lewis, in the back.
Kind of piggybacking off that, the outside game, you guys didn't make a single three during the game, and they were about 7 of 18. Players seemed to be hitting a lot of shots wide open. What was kind of happening from the outside on both sides of the ball?
We just weren't making shots. And we're going to have games like that, but hopefully not that bad. We didn't make a single one, but we can start to move on.
Jamie, you guys had a great game, and you did individually in that game in Starkville last year when you beat them 18 points. Do you think this Mississippi State team might be even better than the one that went to the Final Four?
I think they have all the same players from last team. I think they played smart, and they're a good defensive team, which is, I mean, I don't know, I couldn't connect last year with this year. I don't know. I think what I can't say with last year and this year's our team. I think last year we were tough. They came back to everything that we did last year or this year, and last year they did it early. So I think just a lot of tonight was we just didn't play hard. I mean, for 40 minutes against a top team, it's tough when you're one, not hitting shots, two, getting stops, and really everything in between. We just didn't play well. We learned from it. we were 1-3 over this course of the past 4 games, so that's just something we learned. I think just each game taught us something different about us that we need to get better at.
Michelle?
Jamie, can you talk about sort of the challenges with Vivian when she's driving the ball, getting to the rim the way she was, but also, you know, her ability to hit from so far outside, how difficult that is guarding someone like that?
Yeah, she's a good player. She can hit the 3, obviously we knew that, and also get to the basket. So, I mean, she has a green light, I think everybody knows that. So it's just more of containing what she gets as far as shots, and trying not to let her catch the ball when she's coming off the screens and everything, not letting her get the ball. That kind of helps as far as her shot selection.
Will, Tyler, and then Maria.
For Avina, despite the outcome of today's game, it was still a really special day. As a freshman, what did it mean to you to play in your first WE Backpack game?
It meant a lot. You know, I feel bad just because we didn't get the win just for Pat, but she just this day, just how she impacted people as a whole, and just how we represent her just by being Tennessee. I mean, means a lot. So we try to play for her today. We try to play for her every day. So I mean, it means a lot to me, and I think everyone on the team, just how she impacted people.
For Jamie, going back to the turnovers, you guys had 9 turnovers in the first 2 quarters, but then you cut that down to 4 in the next half. Is that something that you focused on at halftime, and why do you think that didn't translate to the win ultimately?
I'm not sure how many turnovers we had at the end of the game, but when you're playing a top team, you can't more than 12 turnovers. I mean, is more beneficial to the other team. They get out and run, they get out and score off your turnover. So, I mean, we talked about it a little bit at halftime. Obviously, we picked it up, but there was a lot of things we weren't doing in the first half that we kind of picked up in the third quarter, and we just didn't have a full game.
Maria, and then Dan.
Jamie, to be honest, you guys look tired. Do you think that road trip took quite a bit out of you? And then, Avina, if you could answer that too, because that was a tough stretch for a freshman. And then how do you sort of put that in your rearview mirror and just look ahead to what comes next?
I think just going back to work, we learned from this stretch. Obviously, it's first couple road games in different environments for the newer players, so they kind of got to see what it's like playing in big games where it's hostile environments, and also a big game at home. So I think just learning from each game, I don't think tiredness was a factor or something that we could blame it on. I think it was just us not being grittier in each of these games, and the games that we lost, definitely.
I agree with what Jeremy said. I don't think any of us were tired. You know, it doesn't matter if you're a freshman, senior, sophomore, junior, it doesn't matter. You come in every game ready to play. We just need to do that.
Dan.
Jimmy, you'd referenced that you thought maybe offensively you guys got to going more one-on-one today than you usually do. Was that, you think that contributed to the fourth quarter when they really kind of separate themselves and you guys were really struggling to score?
Yeah, I think they were running their offense more than we were. I think we took a lot of quick shots and I did, which you definitely watch film and you learn from it. But they were just getting into their offense, and we were playing a lot of one-on-one or getting in a ball screen and just shooting quick shots, which is tough to when they don't really have to guard, and then we have to play a full possession defense when. So it kind of translates over when you're taking quick shots and then you're playing defense and then not getting stops. So, yeah.
Thank you very much, Coach Willett.